About 36 cases reported. The vaccination is the sure way we can contain this dreadful disease, yellow fever.
That was September, when the yellow fever disease shook Katsina state. Immediately, a yellow fever preventive mass vaccination campaign was rolled out to contain the spread. 20 days after the campaign, the news is anything but cheerful, with the casualty figures reported to be in the region over 100 deaths in affected communities. This is the list of those killed by yellow fever. The local clinic is doing its best to take care of sufferers, but from the look of things, the absence of amenities makes the capacity to provide adequate service an uphill task. The patients say it all began with a strange feeling.
I was down with fever for about 4 days, but I'm recovering.
I felt feverish when spraying insecticide on my beans plantation. Suddenly, I began shivering and even found it difficult to drive myself back home with my motorcycle. My wife administered a paracetamol tablet to me. The following day, however, I had to come to the hospital. A visit to one of the affected villages, the head of the ward is perplexed by the situation and calls on the government to urgently address the situation.
Every day we are receiving dead people. Every day we are carrying our people to hospitals, clinics and dispensaries for treatment. Right now, some are in their houses. They cannot do anything.
A situation the Executive Secretary of the state's primary healthcare agency says is being tackled, albeit with some hitches.
By the time we went there, of course, there was an issue of late reporting. People have died before our attention was called to that. And what we are dealing with, based on the preliminary investigation, is we are dealing with yellow fever, cases.
So, as the authorities continue in their efforts to ensure that the necessary medication reaches the people, communities have now been advised to be vigilant and report cases of discomfort immediately to the health centers